I got rid of the video. I wasn't too happy about it. I gotta keep it. I like talking about the Lord. I got no problem with that. But the other stuff, I don't involve those people in my work. I work too hard. I tell you, man, some people really do not understand the sacrifice line that one has to go through in order to make anything. Some people don't get it. Or how much hard work you got to put in to get something done. Well, I think at the end of the day it comes easy. It's supposed to be all easy. Yeah. Yeah, developing technology is more than just sitting in front of a screen running around. You got to be out there doing it. You really got to be out there. Especially if you want to cover all fields. You want your company really to grow, you got to be out there. You got to do it. You'll be in the heat, the cold, the rain, the bugs, the crazy people. You'll be in all of it. You're going to definitely be in all of it. Some days you eat, some days you don't. You work constantly all the time. There are days you enjoy it, and there are days you never want to see it again. I'm in an in-between process on that one. I had to go from here all over the place to get all the footage needed to back this thing up. And even though we have a screen outside doing it already, we have a gamer version of it. And the gamer version has to show the same thing too. Same thing like all the screen paints we develop, we have to do the same test for every single one of them. I mean, technically, you really can't say yourself as outside worthy if you're not really outside. Not one or two videos of you in the dark doing demonstrations outside is going to prove anything. There's so many tests you have to do with that. I just realized that because we have new technology that allows us to go outside, I'm going to have to be outside in snow, just about everywhere to show this thing off. I'd be outside with it. So most people just sit there in the comfort of their place in a dark environment, show off the screen, lie on camera. I literally have to be outside doing this demonstration. So I went down and walked all around town, got over to the park, got my footage, and now I'm trying to figure out the best way to send back up. Because now I'm literally on the hill. And anything in the park goes down to the hill. I gotta figure which one of these hills I'm gonna take. I'm definitely not going to 20. I'm carrying equipment. The other one, the other end, the art, the museum, I still would have to walk. I was worried around and going, which again, be pointless to travel that far up the hill. So I took the one right up the middle. And still, at the end of the day, it reminds me at the end of the day how jacked up that hill is. So here I am climbing all the way up to this hill, and just to get to the top of that one, there's another one waiting for me. And I'm sitting there controlling my breathing. My shirt's soaking wet with sweat. Sweat's coming down my face. Sweat's in my eyes. I'm just soaked in sweat, and I'm carrying this bag. And I'm just learning to teach myself to keep a steady pace. I push it forward, relax, small steps, walk. And thinking in the back of my mind, I had gone through so much sacrifice for my technology, so much I had to go through that some people will never, ever, ever imagine what I had to go through. And then dealing with idiots. It's not that everybody deals with idiots. Customer service, you deal with idiots. Working at a pizza place, idiots. You always gotta do it. They come with the package. But they don't understand at all, period. The hard work. The only people that can understand the hard work are people that actually do the hard work. That's a lot of work. So excuse me. Occasionally, I nod all the time. Most of you naysayers are in bed, snuggled up to your teddy bears. It's the birds, boy. When you're laying your head down to snuggle with your teddy bear once more. Onward. over the years. Got a bunch of phone calls that I make. So I'm going on vacation for a year. I'm going on vacation for 1 year. I'm dead serious. I'm not joking. I don't hear anything about projection screens. I don't see anything about projection screens. None. I'm just going to go out and just live like everybody else. I don't want no fancy hotels. I'm going to get out there and just live without this technology around me. Buy whatever I want. I'm just going to live like everybody else. Year vacation. That is going to be great. I got fantastic footage. I got a bunch of reactions from people out there looking at the screen, asking when and how much. The gamer technology was developed yesterday, and its first test demonstrations of ambient light were done outside in the morning hours. That's the track record we're going to be setting, which means that any screens claiming to be ambient light projection technology, your first test will have to be outside at daytime at 300 lumens. Yeah, you go. That's going to be rough. You call yourself competing with me at the end of the day. Man, this thing pulled up nicely. It pulled up beautifully. I can see that screen at 12 feet. People were walking up on it looking at it like, what the heck is that? And I was like, that's a daytime projection screen. All these people got white screens. Then some of that black technology does. We have that out there too. We'll be showing the screen off pretty soon out there. Well, when are they coming out? How much are you coming out for? Let me get a bundle. And then for people saying, well, I thought you wanted to do customers. Offline customers and online customers are two different types of people. Online is kind of hard to sell because the person doesn't see the screen. They're just seeing tons and tons of demonstrations. So that's why we have samples on that technology. Then we just ship out a sample to you and just go from there. What we have with offline, the screen is right there. They're standing right in front of it. So they're just going to look at it and go, oh, shoot. Wow, that's pretty crazy. They're right there watching the whole demonstration. They sat there and watched the whole demonstration when I did it. So, as of what I've seen already, this second test on this other new technology, as far as I'm concerned, the AR screens are it's a dinosaur technology now. It is. I'm going to the forum site. I forgot about that. Oh, no, I can shoot the promos. I can make little promos out of them. Yeah, I'll put the links up there for the promo. I got that. Okay, cool. I can do that easily. Yeah, I got to do little promo demonstrations showing our technology because I wanted to tell them ahead of time that we have the screen. I ain't showing no pictures, nothing. I like dollars. That's what I like. I love dollars. I ain't showing no pictures of anything, nothing. Desperate haters will say it's camera tricks. How we do that? How do we do camera tricks when we're outside, around other people? How does that work? So I don't get that. It's complicated for me. It's kind of bends in mind a little bit. So let me get this straight. Camera tricks work with online audience, but offline audience it don't work. How does that work? That shows you how desperate you are. That's all you got. You don't have nothing left. You have nothing left to the point where you can't even make anything. You have nothing left. Only thing you can do is cry about us. Go to the YouTube channel. Check out what they say about us. And they're crying. We're outside doing demonstrations. Their YouTube channel is chock full of screaming about me. You got nothing left. That's why you're crying. People who got something left don't cry. They show it off. You got nothing left. And I don't know what mumbo jumbo nonsense. And Danny spoke to him at the end of the day. I guess telling him that he knew how to make a black screen paint. He can compete with me. Hey, Rogers, how did that work out for you, huh? You canceled 12 million people for the Series C. That's a great track record. It gave me back $700 plus paid PayPal at the same time. How did that work? Now, you won't do that one again, will you? Yeah, I'm still going to sue you for putting my face up there. $100 million lawsuit. Oh, he got one coming. 100 mil. Yep, I got a lawyer already, ready to go. He posted my face without my permission. Did I give you permission to post my face? I did not. And to call me a slander, try to discredit my company's name and myself, you're going to get sued for $100 million. And yes, people, we can get whatever we want. You know why? We got proof. Hardcore evidence right there from the door, right off this channel. Recorded, documented, the whole 9 yards. You can delete it all you want. We got documents on it. And guess what? They're fresh. Which means statute of limitations is still fresh. 100 million. I hope you got it. You know, talking about at the end of the day, like somebody who basically works at a convenience store, I own a business at that company. So you try to damage my reputation. And again, this is my face today. Did I give you permission to use it? Did you get a consent form saying you can use my face? But since you did not, 100 million. See you in federal court. Might get some jail time out of that too. I want a year. I want at least him get a year. He needs that. We need to take that self-privilege nonsense. He needs to spend a year in jail. That way he can get an understanding on how the real world works. I want a year in jail for him. I'm gonna see if we can get it. We need a year. I'll take 6 months. 6 months are happy too. I'll take 6 months. I can even take a month. As long as you're just in there. As long as you're in there, that's all that matters to me. Because a lot can happen in one day. Or actually, a lot does happen in one day. Literally, a lot does happen in one day. Like, very seriously. It does in one day. Because they're going to know when the fresh... Well, I had to put it this way in the term, but it is what it is. I mean, I'm being honest here. I spent time in there. They're going to know when the fresh meat come through. There you go. Everybody knows everybody in there. You always notice a new face pop up. And new faces that pop up, for some people, is opportunity. Opportunity to get things from them, extortion, whatever you name, yeah, that's opportunity. Unless you can hold your own and they know that you're going to give them a hard way to go, then they're going to use you for something else. You got hands, he can fight. We can use them at the end of the day. Everybody got a place in there. Everybody. Lawyers go in there, they know the law. People say, look, I don't understand anything that's going on. Can you explain this to me? Well, you want to explain this to me? I need protection. All right, we'll give you protection. There you go. So if anyone touches them, then this guy over here is a big man on the other end. You say, hey, that belongs to so-and-so and so. That's his guy at the end of the day. Don't touch him. Hey, don't touch him. He got free roam. Gotta have something to give up. So glad I ain't gotta be in that world anymore. I'm outside shooting video. Yes. I'm gonna tell you something. My ceiling is going to be a hotel room in Switzerland. That's what my next ceiling is going to be. Man, I'm so happy. This came out fantastic. Heavens to Murgatroyd. Came out fantastic. So now I'm sitting there thinking like, man, we're doing these demonstrations on this level. We're testing the ambient rejection outside now. We're going to be outside. I can wait for the snow. Oh, I got some demonstration. I got the outer box. I'm building me an outer box for my Cumies. Why would I need to take anything else out there? I got a Cumi. The highest I got covered is a Cumi Q8, and they're 1,000 lumens. I got a Cumi 8 is 2,000. Yeah, Cumi 6 is 600. Yeah. So yeah, I don't want to say little tiny projectors. That's it. Give me a little case. I can slap them all and boop 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 boop. Yes, sirree, baby. Yes, sirree. Yes, sirree. We got no freaking ceiling. Nothing can stop me. We're all the way up. We got nothing can stop us now. Nothing. We conquered sunlight. Our test for our technology is in sunlight. Can you believe that craziness at 300 lumens? It's madness. Absolute madness. So yeah, heck yeah, we're going to challenge the rest of the screens. Why not? Can you come outside and play? Does anyone want to come outside and play with us? We're awful lonely out there. Everybody was cracking as a bird. You doing sunlight now? Right? You saw the demonstration. I sent him a link. He said, good gracious. Yep. So I was talking to the security guard. Security guard popped up. We were recording. Yeah, security guard popped up. And he checked out the screen. He said, whoa. He said, well, you got the whole setup up here. I said, yeah. He said, so what's going on up here? I said, well, we got our 300 lumen projector pushing to the screen, pop on the other side. He said, man, crystal came up. He said, I can see this crystal clear. What are you going to do with this? I said, imagine you in your backyard watching the game at 150 on a see-through screen. He said, oh, that would be sweet. There you go. So all you trapped in the room, what do you call? We call them the dark dwellers. Trapped in the room, your dark dwellers. Deep, deep, deep in the dark crevices of the earth. Tricking the passerbys, making them believe that they will see the light when they're entrapped in the dark. That's where the warriors of wisdom of light come through. You guys aren't going to make it this year. You're not going to make it. We show up in one form site, that's it. Not form site, expo, you're done. You understand? We can watch a demonstration in a parking lot. I'm not talking about gray paints. You can't touch it. You can't even touch that stuff over there. You see what that black paint does to your screens? Unrecognizable. White screens don't challenge us because they just don't. But anyway, gray screens, yeah, no. No. You can't even beat my paint right now. But I'm talking about the high certifies. Gee whiz. I guess you're going to spend $7 grand for a screen. Do it for far less. Alright. I'm having my fun here. Cool down already. Got rain coming in. Glad I got my stuff done ahead of time. Well, I thought about people who had contracts by us and you screwed up and had to fire you and get rid of your contract. I bet you're regretting it now. You've been able to sell, but then again, we don't want any. Nah, I'm not going to. That's too much about it. No one's going to work harder than you. That's how it works. You can't be happy. If you're a person that works constantly all the time, no one will ever work as hard as you. Not ever. It'd be rare you'll find someone who works as hard as you. Just rare. Pac-Man fever, Pac-Man fever, it's driving me crazy, me crazy. Pac-Man fever, Pac-Man fever, my mind. It's the Pac-Man outside. Now, to our customers, I'm working on it, trust me, to get it to you guys. Someday I get moves. I do get moves. I get moves at the end of the day where I'm tired. I'm tired. I went on vacation for a year. And you just walk away for this for a little bit. Somebody else will run it for a bit while I'm out. Maybe 6 months, who knows, maybe 2 months. I don't know. It depends on whatever I decide to come back. That's what it comes down to. But I need some time to myself. And my cat. Let me get outside and chill. Me, cat, and God. God always has. He rests on a Sunday, but I need to get out for a little bit. Look at that. Bam! 15% completed. Mind you, that was just made yesterday. And when people make products, what do? They stick them in these dark environments. Look how well the image looks. We have a fully lit environment. We're outside on 300 limits. So, question. So all those people outside who saw the screen, they're passing by because I can't record them, who saw the screen, how are we using camera tricks? That little statement's going to cost you a lot of money. They're about $1 million. The lawsuits we're hitting for making statements that we're using special camera equipment, whatever, they started $1 million. Yep, they started as $1 million. We don't go anything under $1 million. So you got to go in court and prove that we have these special things on our camera. I'll give you the camera. Knock yourself up. Please show me. Show me how it's done. If you can't, it's going to cost you $1 million. And some people sit there and laugh and say, well, it don't make a difference you don't have it or not. They don't care. That's the part you don't understand about lawsuits. They don't care. You sit there and laugh with it. Well, I don't have the money. They don't care. And you figure, well, they'll never get it out of me because I don't have it. They get a debt collector. That's what they do. They hire somebody to get their money. And the people come to get the money, get a percentage out of it. So they're going to pop up at your address with Sheriff's Department, of course, because they got to protect the people at the end of the day. And they're going to take a flatbed, they're going to take your vehicles, they're going to go through your house, they're going to take all your furniture, your clothing, jewelry, everything. And take it all until you can pay up what you owe. And then, if you don't go to jail in the process, when you go to work and you go to check your check and realize it's a little bit lighter than what it was, and you look up who took what out of your check, you'll see the debt collectors up there too, because we can garnish your paycheck. We can take that too. I can literally take your entire income tax check. Imagine working all year to get your money, and you won't get it because you owe us. That's what they do with child support. They take the whole thing. Well, guess what? Lawsuits do that too. So, unless you want that kind of nightmare for your life, be careful what you say on camera about people's products. Any company can do this to you. Any company. Be very careful about what you say about someone's company, because they can do that to you. And you won't be getting your income tax check. Can you imagine putting in all that time and all that work not to receive your income tax check? Nobody want to be going through that crap at the end of the day. Or getting a percentage taken out of you. You don't pay this. They take it out of you. They get a debt collector to take it out of you. But some people do, they don't know their rights when it comes to lawsuits. They'll go in and the judge will say, okay, you got to pay so much a month. And they'll wait for the person to pay them. And say the person skips a couple of payments and doesn't pay you. Now you can go to the judge and the judge can reinforce it, but this just keeps going around in circles. But what you could do is execute judgment on the lien and basically get a debt collector. Now, debt collectors are different than judges. A debt collector will come see you and take whatever they want as long as it tallies up to what you owe. And they also will talk to payroll at your business or company, whatever, and take it out of your check. They'll reinforce it. That's how you reinforce the judgment. They'll liquidate your assets, your house and everything. They'll sell it all off at auction. So when you go to those auctions, most of the time, people just got sued or basically just owed a lot of money. And you just happen to come up because somebody just spent about maybe $3,000 or $4,000 for a stereo. You're going to get it for like $150. And that money that they make is going to go back to the debt collectors. And then once enough is tallied up, they'll take their percentage out and they'll give you money. And you end up with nothing. So, just for making a statement, it's called slander. And that'll cost you everything. Because the guy called Mayor Giuliani learned that the hard way. He got sued by, I forgot the company's name, their voting machine company sued him. And he was worth $49 million. Can you imagine his age? He's a lawyer too. He is basically retiring with $49 million. But because he got caught up in that nonsense with Trumper and started making these false statements about this company that warned him multiple times to back it down or was sued in court, he just kept on going with it. And he got sued. He went to court. He didn't have any evidence to back up anything about this company. And this company sued this guy for $149 million. Saved all that money up to retire. And now he's broke. Pello guy got sued too. I think there was talk for something from him. But Pello guy really didn't go in on it. He did go in. He did say some things. But they were looking at the extent of how much. He got sued for $3 million and lost. But he didn't get the money either way. He broke. Okay, right now he had something happened to one of the factories. Someplace he had couldn't afford to pay the rent on it. And get an eviction notice. He's doing bad. I mean, they're really bad. So, people say he just got $3 million. Some rich people got $3 million laying around. It's tied up in other stuff. And if they try to sell those other things off, they can't get the money for it at all. It depreciates. Everything depreciates in time. Paintings, artwork, whatever, it all in time. Just stock, all that stuff. Pull out money too fast on the stock, you can pay that penalty fee for basically pulling that money out too fast. So no, you can't just get. Some people saying I can't get $3 million right off the bat because they literally can't. It's tied up in other stuff. They get paid on the dividends. That's how they're able to keep their little thing. Everything is paid off on the dividends. Matter of fact, it's like a stack of cards. It really is. That's a scary way to live on debt like that. And there are some people who have endless cash flow, like the Hiltons. Down there fighting your fishy. Fighting your fishy. That's why I don't plan to get any stock. That's why I don't plan to get board of directors. I don't plan to get none of that. None of that at all. I don't know if board of directors are telling me what I can't do. And later on, they don't like me. They can vote me out of my own business. Man, forget that nonsense. I don't want stock. Heck no. Ain't that right? When you got a wackadoo running the country. Ugh. Wackadoo. Wackadoo. Nope, I'm happy. I got the technology. First test of the technology outside. Outside running. Ah, man. That's the first test. That's the first test we did on the first test is outside. Look at the Apple logo. Got clean that sucker came up. First, our famous fire. The park again. I give you fire. The park was damp. It rained yesterday, so I was trying to keep it above ground certain places. But everything's starting to dry out, so happy with that. Dancing MMD girl. That's when the security car came up. But I've already been off camera. Got the beta fish out there fruiting around. Look at the red on that. Came up gorgeous. Got a whole LG demonstration. So now our first test for our technology is going to be outside. Out in the where I just came from over there, out in the parking lot. So that means that all our tests are outside. So we're going to be outside. Guess what? Matching better, baby. We're going to be challenging though. Come on out and play with us. We'll watch a baseball game out there next. Someone's actually want to do a baseball game. We'll do a baseball game out there too. Come on, match it better. Anytime you make a screen paint, whatever, and you claim that ambient rejection, you're going to have to specify what type of gain that thing has. What type of black levels do you pick up? Because I know you're not picking up black. But we do pick up black, Mr. Bud. Oh, just stop it. Stop it. You're making a mockery of yourself. You're not blocking any way whatsoever. It's not your fault in the day. I am charged up, man. I got a lot of adrenaline off that freaking doing the demonstrations outside. Ugh. Alright, let me upload my stuff so I get my stuff posted everywhere. I gotta do these little tiny short spurts videos for the forum sites because I'm challenging all ambient light rejection screens. Yes, ALR. I am challenging all ALR screens. Show me your demonstrations matching all outside demonstrations at 15% at 300 watts. I tell you, man, for people to talk a lot of trash, man, we basically crush you on a daily, don't we? We just literally just had this conversation about crushing you on the daily. Here I'm outside. Bam! I'm gonna do it, Joe. I'm coming in hot. I'm gonna try to fire it inside and then do it outside. We here, now we there. Now we there, now we here. That means my customers at the end of the day get to go anywhere the freak they want at the end of the day. No more dark environments. Say goodbye to the dark. Ah, man. It feels great to have a technology that does this, man. I finally got a final form technology. You know how long it takes to get a final form technology? Some people spend centuries just to get that perfect form, It's like cutting a bonsai tree. You know the technique that goes into cutting a bonsai tree? That's why they have those tweezers and little scissors. It's to get it perfect. It's about perfection. That's what the bonsai tree represents. It's about perfection, dedication, determination, focus. You didn't get that? Like, you look at the bonsai tree? When people trim those things, it trains you. You don't cut corners on something like that. Everything is done by the book. And that's what we did for years. We focus, dedication, sacrifice, everything done by the book. While you guys went out and cut corners. I'm going to repeat this one because I want this one to be in this video. You were so worried and so jealous of what I was doing that you cut your nose off in spite of your face. That's what you did. You literally cut every corner in the book to try to make yourself look good on YouTube to try to overshine us. And yet, you could not complete any of the challenges or tests that we have completed on our products on a daily. If your products work so well, I wouldn't have your cancer receipts as my trophies. Plus, I refused to under the desk. And cancer receipts from the other guy and whatever he was crying at the end of the day about. We wouldn't have any of that. You two are the only people we talk about. I don't talk about the other companies because they don't do that. We don't talk about the other screen paints on eBay. They don't do that. Only you do it. Rogers and Jamie. Only you two do that. No one else does that, but you two. And your other lackeys involved in your dumb nonsense. That's it. It's just your little pack, your little clubhouse. And y'all been up in your clubhouse having your little fun at the end of the day, but Mr. Bird came along with a long chainsaw and he's cutting it down. And the crash is going to be great. Some of you are not going to survive it. You're going to go to jail for a very long time. And pay me a lot of money. But anyway, move on from there. I like that theory about cutting down the chainsaw. Yeah, it was pretty cool, right? Okay, anyway, I guess we're on that. Yeah. Anyway, so With that being said, you spent all that time. You made no money in the process because that stuff don't sell for jack. You gotta sell a lot of that stuff to make quantities to make that money out. It's like the bow tie. You make a fancy bow tie. Say Macy's like this bow tie, right? They really love it. It's a beautiful bow tie. Now you get about roughly, I say, $7 a bow tie. You make a good profit off of that. Now, in order for you to make money off this bow tie, you're going to have to sell mass quantities of it. 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 1,000, 2,000, 2,000, 5,000, and so forth. To make money off of it. Because if you sell one, you're only getting $7. And then by the time you take out for expenses, then probably less than that. So you have to sell mass quantities. You ever work in a warehouse before? You ever have it where they basically have you process orders and you process by piece price? So by piece price, on how many you process, that's what they pay you that day, or that's how much you get paid that week or every day, whatever it is. That's how they do it. I worked in places like that. So the more you process, the more of a quantity, the more money you make. So you can make anywhere from $10 a day or anywhere up to $90 to $100 a day on what you process. But for the companies where it's fantastic, but they got someone down there and people down there that are processing massive amounts of orders at a rapid pace because they get more money. Motivates them to make more. So with that being said, that's what happens with the bow tie theory. When you guys sell your stuff for $60, and $60 when you break it down on what you got to pay and all the expenses and everything goes with it, you're not making anything. But if you're selling it at a mass quantity, you're making a lot of money. But you can't, because it requires distributorships to do that kind of stuff. You need warehouse space. You need forklifts. You got to hire people at the end of the day to do mass quantity work. And with that being said, in order to do this, you have to have paperwork. Not that type of paperwork. It's that paperwork too, but the other paperwork. You need EIN, DMV, insurance. You need licenses. All that stuff you got to have. You got to have a license. You have to have a license to be in an office building now. So you have to have all that stuff. So if you're just doing this just to show off and just try to put somebody out real quick, then you weren't really serious to begin with. That means you took money from your customers with the intentions of not really doing anything with the business, but trying to show somebody off. That means you didn't put any time and work into it. And if that's the case, that would be consumer fraud. So these are things you're going to find out when we get to court about your business. We're going to dig through a lot of stuff. But long story short, yeah, you won't make the kind of money because a distributor can't touch you unless they can test the product themselves. And everything in the specification would have to be legit. So that's how that works. So, you weren't really serious about it. You were just trying to show me up. But in the process, you ended up empty-handed with nothing, and I'm about to be rich. Super rich, by the way. Very super rich. So, that's it. I didn't do those demonstrations for you. I did those demonstrations for everybody and for companies and stuff we deal with, and we can back it up 100% anywhere we go because we do things by the book. And also crush you in the process of it all. So, it is what it is. You cut corners, you damage yourself. You can't back it. If you can't back it up to me, that's why I have your cancel orders. If you can't back it up to me, and you got to give me back my money, what are you going to do against a company that basically comes in and wants to buy the product to sell it? How are you going to sell something that you can't even back up yourself? Because now you can't even troubleshoot it. Other one sent me back his paint. It's his own stuff at the end of the day. He can't back that stuff up. And the other one gave me back all his money, gave me back my money. Every penny of it. As a matter of fact, when you try to sit on the money and PayPal told you, no, you can't do that, buddy boy, we sent you a letter. And what did the letter say? The letter said that we prefer to you and PayPal on having the item. You can keep the money. You couldn't even keep the money. You had to get the money, Danny. So that means if you can't back a product up, why would the customer want to back it up? They don't know, Taco. They don't know. They don't even know. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. No, no, no. Yeah, you're drunk. That's it. So since you guys want to be talking about game next time, well, beat one of our demonstrations, because one of the demonstrations I'm loading is a match or better. We're about to flex. Let me tell you something. I can have one view on that video. I can have no view on that video, but the fact that it exists and we did it shows we're better. That's all that matters. That's what it comes down to. It ain't the views. It ain't the likes at the end of the day. It's the fact that we can do it and you can't. That's what it comes down to. And you know this. That's the part you don't, that's what they understand, 100%. We can do things that you can never do. And because of that, no matter how much you lie on camera, deep down inside, you really can't lie to yourself. It is what it is. You can't escape that. You'll never be able to escape. See, a person can be a phony. Yes, they can be. And they can fake being a phony. But deep down inside, when they're in there all by themselves, they know what they are. That's why people drink and do the things they do to escape their very selves. And the problem is you can't escape yourself because you're right there with yourself 24/7. You can escape other people, you can't escape yourself. You will always be reminded every time you see one of our demonstrations on how bad your product was. And that's why you lash out with hatred and you're angry and you're upset, because it's a reminder of what you can't do and what you cannot have. That's why. Tell me if I'm not living your head rent free. I know, I dealt with haters. I know which how you guys think at the end of the day. That's why every time we show a technology, the first one's screaming about it, because they know they can never do it. And we even give people opportunity to make it, you didn't even make it correctly. What happened there? Why didn't you make it correctly? What happened? We told you to make it. What happened? What'd you do? You didn't make it correctly, right? You didn't even know what you're doing, right? Put white paint in there. What was the white paint for? What the freak was the white paint for? Why would you put white paint in silver mica? Really? Gee, whiz, you're the noobs. You don't even know what you're doing. Silver mica. Do you know what happens if you mix white paint, water, and silver mica together? You know what that makes? More silver. Lighter silver, that's what it makes. You know what happens when you put that in with black paint? It turns to gray. They kept pouring out water. Like, what the frick is the obsession with these guys and water? They kept every video, water. That's how he made it with water. Water. Oh, by the way, you're getting sued for that, by the way, too. Because when I go to court, I want you to make that same ingredients and put it against our technology. So you're being sued for that. Might as well be suing her for the next 3 years. All right. Let me see. What am I looking for here? Didn't we just have it plugged in? We did have it plugged in. Where is it at? It's over here. Over here. Shit, don't bring that with me. That's the screen that was outside. Doing all the amazing things right there. It was right outside. Now, keep in mind, people, when I talk like that, it's not for you. It's for my naysayers. I like teasing them and messing with them. But it was right there. It was right outside. Wasn't it 5 minutes outside, naysayer? It was right outside. Come on, you can't get mad at me today. I see you on camera talking about, oh, we talking, I don't talk trash, I'm backing up. Oh, just outside. Where were you at with your screen paint? Oh, you don't have it anymore. My bad. You talked all that trash. Remember the predictions you made? You said at the end of the day I was going to lose out. My business was going to go under, blah, 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 blah. We end up with the most powerful screen right now on the market. Yeah, it is fun to crush my haters. What we have here is what we have here is a green screen. Oh, you gotta admit, man, if it weren't for them, man, I wouldn't have the laughter I have now, man. They're entertaining. And what we have here, nobody, what we have here is a gray screen. Literally a gray screen. We have here. I sit there on camera and try to lie that through. They're talking about we have speculation of light. Stop it, man. Just stop it. Stop it. If I was an investor and I saw that nonsense, I'd be like, no, what we have here is a gray screen. That's not black. You're going to try to convince people on YouTube that that's supposed to be a black screen? How dumb you think people are at the end of the day? This is an insult to y'all intelligence at the end of the day. They think you're that stupid that you can't even figure out the difference between gray and black. Like the other one sat there and said it had a yellowish tone. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's your fit. Anyone subscribe to that channel? That's how you're looked at, as an idiot. Yeah, you are. You're an idiot. You can't get mad at me about it. You sat there and looked at a screen that matched house paint, and this guy sat there and said a yellowish tone. You have it on your wall. And a yellowish tone? Can someone show me a video of a yellowish tone on that stuff? Yeah, you bought it. And then looking at the website, you see how goofy the website looked? Half the stuff he didn't even know what he was talking about. It was just random rants on his website. And you still slid a credit card there and bought that mess? You can't sit back and complain. At the end of the day, people are like, well, I didn't know it was going to do this. Did you read the oh, sorry, it's not even specifications. I don't even know what that was. Did you read that? Oh, man, still put a credit card in there. Gee whiz Louise. Well, let me tell you something. For those people who supported that nonsense, I got a special deal coming up. I got the Brooklyn Bridge for sale. I know, shh. Don't tell too many people about this deal because I want everybody on my doorstep for this Brooklyn Bridge deal. But I'm going to sell it to you for a low price of $40,000. And if you make that purchase now, look, I don't do this for everybody, only close family, but I like you. Got a nice face. I like you. I'm going to give you the Statue of Liberty for half off. Oh, half off. I'm going to give you half off, okay? I don't do that for everybody, all right? Maybe some family, come close family, but I feel we have a connection. I feel we family right now, so I'm going to get you that Statue of Liberty. All right, put it in your backyard, whatever you want to do. But it's yours, okay? All right, great doing business. That's how dumb you are. Literally. You read that mess on that website. I posted that on a forum site. They thought he was having a stroke. You ever seen It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia? And the guy Charlie was writing a speech. And he was like, give me money now. I want power. That's literally what you just signed off on. Then the guy turned around and matched house paint on 2 different separate occasions, and you still bought that stuff. And now you're on forum sites crying about it? Oh, please, give me a break. Cry me a river, but the smallest Terrell in it. You knew what you were getting in your trouble with it. Now, the people at the end of the day, the victims, well, I don't even know. I'm sorry, I can't process that one. Because they could read. I mean, you could tell at the end of the day. Wow. Would you buy a refrigerator that says cold, freezes, doors open? Would you buy that? What about a car that says windshield, side door, wheels move? Would you buy that? Don't even tell you the make, model, nothing of it. Just that's all it tells you. What about food at the end of the day? Meat, question mark. Oh man, I think some of you guys would actually go and buy it. You can't be surprised you got ripped off. You can't. You really can't be surprised you got ripped off. Nope. But the ones that are surprised, or should be surprised, are the people that are buying for the first time. Somebody buying a projection setup for the first time, they've never been with around one. That's a person that is going to get ripped off if he bumps into one of these guys, because they can tell him anything and make it sound like this is what he has to do. Until he goes to a foreign site or bumps into somebody who knows what they're talking about, and they tell him, no, they told you completely wrong. And some of them will be that policy he got. That policy, if it lands on the property, you're stuck with, you got to deal with it, they'll go with that now, and other people won't. They'll challenge him. Let me see. Where the freak is my, we just put, oh, it's right there. I can't find it. So yeah, he ripped off a bunch of people. The other guy, I don't know how much of that stuff he sold, but apparently it was nobody, because of one guy up in the UK who lied on it, sitting in a dark environment. Hey buddy, up in the UK, let me explain something to you real quick. If you watch this demonstration like ever. First things first, you had a black screen, a screen claiming to be black. So the fact he was sitting in a dark environment, huge red flag. Second, you see the gain levels he had on that screen? He wrote down a 0.85 and 0.80. You have any idea how high that type of gain is at the end of the day? And you're in the dark with that thing? Yeah, okay, sure. You were in the dark because the screen was gray. We could literally see it, because when screens come on, for a couple of seconds, they change over to their true form and they click back on. And we saw your screen came up gray multiple times. So that screen was gray. That's why you were sitting in the dark. Yeah. Lying on camera again. We'll get people like that they know, like McAfee, that they know, to do these for fake reviews. When you have somebody doing a review with your product, you do with people like customers. Customers you know, but not on a level. They're the ones that are going to be upfront and honest with your stuff. You guys had all people that you knew. And I know for a fact that Jamie basically sends messages over to people to tell them not to do certain things around the screens, because I noticed that all your customers had the exact same demonstrations, exact same lighting and high-powered machines in those demonstrations. So I know you coach them. Because you tried to do the same thing with me. You sent me over that container of Frankenstein and wrote on the label with punctuation marks, not ambulance rejection Kenny. But he challenged a screen that's designed to be an ambient light. So why would you write it on there? There you go. Coach people, and this they do. Oh, here's the deal. No, 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 no. We need you to make the screen look good. So if it's possible, and you can basically darken the environment just a little bit, but not too much. And we prefer using a projector with this type of contrast and this type of color. You know somebody that calibrates? Like we can send you a calibrated projector. You know, that nonsense. Let's see how that goes. Send me a calibrated projector. Man, get that thing out of my face. What's the oldest machine you got up in here? We take that. We got 4K. We don't need no 4K. We need no 1080p. What is your oldest machine? Got 35 millimeter? We'll take that. I'm dying to do a 35 millimeter setup. We'll take that. We look for your oldest projector. I got an HDMI port. We don't want this. How much contrast is on this? 1,001? You got lower? Got anything lower? Give me the projector you use for a door stop. That's the one we want. That's what we're hunting for. So if they're doing demonstrations, we don't want any of those projectors. We don't want them. Give me the projector that you guys use to set other projectors on. Give me something used for a door stop. We want that relic. That's when we touch. Because we can make that projector look impressive than the rest of them. And it's gold. See, you got to know how to run business, gentlemen. See, if you go into a place and have all these projectors and all high-tech, low-tech projectors, right? You'll find the most high-tech projector you can find to show off your product because your product lacks. It doesn't work. You need that projector. Us, on the other hand, will find the lowest form performing projector in there and use that because we know we can get that thing to kick butt. And if we can do that, that tells the person we're doing business with, this guy's going to save us a ton of money because all these projectors cost so much money. But that thing over there costs next to nothing. And he got that thing to operate in here in a fully lit environment, which is the reason why we bought these projectors to begin with. There you go. So when I was doing a storefront at the 150-inch fish tank, they could have went out and spent $6,000, $10,000 for projectors. I got them to buy projectors, 2 of them for under $400, 720p. Chrissy LW 400, same one I got up there, and pushed it through a window at 150 inches in the afternoon. Booyah! Yeah! My track record's amazing! Yeah, if I ever go up on one of y'all's sets at the end of the day, you influencers, like, what the freak is that over there? Really, you spent all that money for that. Why are you so close to the wall? Why are you get any distance throw machines over here? It's 8K. What the frick do you want an 8K for? Man, get out of here with this dumb nonsense. Man, I'm going to go with eBay. I'll be right back. Come back with some freaking 600 by 800, 720p. No SVGA on the back. No VGAs or nothing VGA. No HDMI ports or nothing on the back of it. Oh, we got one right there. It's called Epson right there. Epson LS. Or no, Epson Powerlight S6. Cost me $16.25. How much did your projector cost you at the end of the day? I got $20 in my pocket right now. I can buy that projector again. You got your $20. Can I buy your projector? I can't. There you go. I had to get up close to tell you that one. Up close and personal. So if you've got earphones on, my bad. But imagine the $20 sits in your pocket right now. You can buy that projector sitting right in front of you. And with our glorious screen paint, you will get the most incredible image you've ever seen in your entire life. Unlike those people who sit there and tell you spend $3,000 for a projector and they still can't even fire up in the environment that we can pull up in. There you go. See, the $20 in your pocket, buy that projector right there. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. He was in my ear, man. He was in my ear. That's right, naysayer, in your ear. This is not for our customers, it's for the naysayer. Naysayer, you are an absolute fake, a phony. That's what you are. Did you hear that in your ear? You are fake and a phony. I have crushed you on a daily basis. I have crushed you today outside. Naysayer's all mad and upset. Richard took the headsets off. Took the head like, oh, it's not true. It's not true. Go run to your diary and write it in there. Of course, no one can read it. It's all washed away by the tears of your eyes. Man, y'all suck. Yeah. Now, see, I can say that. I can go outside right now and crush you again. I can play anywhere I want. Can you do that? Can you leave right now outside and do a video? Can you? You can't. Your stuff don't work. Period. I can drop 24,000 in the ceiling, 12K to the screen. Use that projector, boom, pick up. I can pick up on the same thing at 300 lumens in here, no problem. Can you do it? No. All right. There you go. That tells you all power versus yours. You have no power at all. They're the only person who got a lightsaber that look like a boomerang. They throw it, take their hand off, because you can't touch it, and you can't catch it. And the jacked up thing about it, it always comes back to them. It doesn't hit anybody else. That's literally what they carry. Oh my goodness, that's hilarious. A lightsaber that basically is shaped like a boomerang. It doesn't hit anybody else. It just keeps coming back to them. How they throw it to begin with? I don't know, I guess they use the force. I don't know. Oh my goodness, man. I think your force got is dyslexia. That's good. Dyslexia force. It's just the opposite than you asked to do. Oh man. Like pick up the ship, it comes down and crush. Like, wait a minute, what the freak is that all about? Oh, I have dyslexia force. That's the opposite. Gee whiz Louise. Man. You be the wrong kind of Jedi for that. You could even make it as a dark Sith Lord. None of them. It's just you just be. I mean, some of them be faking it like they got the force and don't even have it. I have power. These are not the droids. You won't even get. These are not the droids you listen to. Before you get droid, they'd pull out that freaking laser and just take you apart. Like this video. You telling me you trick on me? Right, I shot a few minutes ago. They don't even get. These are not the droids you're looking for. They didn't even get the whole sentence out. You're not the. Go on. All right, I want to have some fun. You know, act up like this. I like to have a little fun up in the day. I want to hook up this, but I want to hook that up. Over here, over there, over there, over here, over here, over there, over there, over here. But I'm looking for the power cord. Where's the back? Did I put it back in the bag that quick? Let me see. Where's it? Now, first I'm trying to figure out where's my bag at. What's behind it? I want to set this up right here with that light over there. But I'm having a little fun on camera. And besides, I had this crazy day going on. The heat getting cooked and all that stuff. So guess what? I have the right to vent out and have a little fun. I had to be all over here. I had to be all over there. I had to carry the bag around. It's hot and out there. And the temperature fluctuates. And it's hot and it's cool and it's hot and it's cool. Yeah, covered in sweat, climbing up here, climbing up there, setting up, unpacking, packing up, setting it. A lot of work to do. But all of it's needed. Because you just can't go around saying that you have something and you can't back it up. It doesn't work. It has to work. You got to back it up. So we got to back it up. I can't go out there and say, hey, I got something called sun gain. Gain rain, sun gain. All you got to do is just paint it in and it gets slightly brighter. Nobody believes in that freaking nonsense at the end of the day. It's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my entire life. Who really thinks people are stupid? Gain range. More like the range gain. Did I just sit there and tell you, Rogers, if you ever watch this video, didn't I just tell you can't make stuff up? Do you see me out there making stuff up? I'm up there 7, 8 o'clock in the morning doing all these demonstrations, backing my product up. And if I stick none of that at all. Man, that P2, I'd have had so many demonstrations on it. My Optima projector has more demonstrations than this P2. Optima projector was outside at 140 inches, which is only supposed to be doing 100 inches, due to the fact that that projector is only designed to do 100 inches. We had outside 140, man. I took that thing right outside. He ain't afraid to take that thing outside. You know why? Because you got to be in that dark apartment for that thing to work. Because we need smoke and mirrors. Why don't you just get a Harry Potter wand and just call it a day? Abracadabra. Light, dark, existent. Light, dark, existent. There you go. That's what I'm spell. Dark, light, dark, existent. Kaboom! Alright, so I'm going to go hook mine up right now. I have some fun here. That's one of my units on here. What are we running this through? On this side? Is this that side or that side? We just running through here? Alright, cool. I'm going to fire up something real quick. I got to do a little test real quick. I don't know. Got to be to back stuff up, man. It's become that. Got to back it up or pack it up. Back it up or pack it up. Back it up or pack it up. Gotta back it up or pack it up. Customers do not want to get ripped off. They don't want to get ripped off. I actually one customer said like, oh my goodness, I can't wait to get ripped off. I've been looking for it all day long. I hope someone rips me off and takes all my money from me, gives me something that's complete crap that's never been tested. Yay, I look forward to that. No one says that crap. Unless you're mental. In the jungle, the mighty jungle, Do 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 do. Look at this beautiful metal. Bam. All right. Right, let that start, people. That's starting. I gotta hook up the light system because I'm curious to see how much that thing can appear. So it's like it's super bright when testing something. Look how beautiful that looks right there. I would love to have a house like that. See, that's what I'm talking about. That right there is nice. That's cozy. So I don't know what. I don't know about that whole water scene. It depends on how deep it is, but yeah. Other than that, that's pretty cool. That's nice and cozy, right there. Yeah. Fans on. So much that light appears. So. And these suckers are bright. These ones I got over there, they're super bright. So what we're doing with that is we're designing a reactor core, a fusion. So is it what's it called? It's not liquid nitrogen. It's more like cold fusion energy. You ever study cold fusion energy? I did. It's quite fascinating. It is cold fusion energy. And they say, sit back there, there's no such thing called cold fusion energy. I don't even make a cold fusion. I could not imagine your teachers back in the day. My other teacher at the end of the day, I would just look at them. Put two fingers over the top of my eye and just look at you like this, like, look at the class, look at you, look at the chalkboard, look at you, look at the floor, look at you. I got my two hands just like this right over the top of my eye, bro, like, I hope he knows how to get out of the school. Because, you know, you be sitting there all day long. You call the cops, you haven't come home yet, and figure out that the door says push and you've been pulling the whole entire time. I gotta do this. I gotta do it. I'm sorry, but I gotta do it. Alright, so look. I'm gonna give you a little pointer next time. I'll help you out with something. You see your sneakers? Now you see this part in here, like this, right here? This goes on the outside, right? This part right here is on, sorry, this goes on the inside right here, and this is your outside right here, right? This is how you tell your left from your right. Now, if you got this one facing here, that means you got it on the wrong foot. Unless your feet are weird like that. But other than that, yeah, you got it wrong. You gotta make sure this is always on the inside. This will be your right. This will be your left or right or whatever. Most people have them. My brother's left-handed, so this is different. He's left-handed. All this stuff is different because he's all left-handed. But majority of most people are right. But that's how you put your sneakers on. So I'm gonna put them together so you can see it. Now you see them together. See they got that curve on each side. That's how you know. But if it's like this, then you got a problem on your hands, okay? We'll make sure that's just like this. See, I give the naysayers pointers. I do. I give you pointers. I do. I really do. I really do. Ink pens. That little button at the top, you hit that, a pen will pop out. Some people put a little rubber cap on that to keep the ink from dying out, but just pop that off. But you hit that top, and ink will come out of that. I know it sounds like a magic trick to you, but it's the real deal. It's how ink pens actually work. Another one I give you a pointer, light switches. You got a light switch over here? Yeah, okay, hold on for a minute. There, I got my sneakers off. Let me walk over here and show you how this works. Now, sometimes they trick you. Sometimes they're reversed. But it's simple. It's very simple. If you lift up, see, lights come on. See? Right here. Sometimes it might be upside down. But if you lift up right here, the lights come on. See? See how lights are on right there? That's how you do it. Now you turn that off right here, lights go off. That's how that works right there. See? But sometimes they may switch them up. They put the switch upside down. Just look for the lights. That's all you do. Look for the lights. The lights come on. That means you got them on. And turn them on means you got them off. Okay. This is a doorknob, right? Very easy to use. I know it's complicated. I know it does. But it's not hard to do. If the door says push, then you push inward. If it says pull, then you pull outward. You just grab this handle right here and you turn. All right, you turn. That's how you do that one. All right, just helping you out here. Oh, that's a cat. I know you probably think it's some kind of medieval creature or whatever at the end of the day. I don't know. But it's a cat, not a tiger. Don't get it mistaken. Tiger is a tiger, cat is a cat. You go to the line exhibit and you think it's a kitty cat and you want to climb over and pet it, that one will kill you. They have murder mittens. It's a totally different species of animal. Even if it were to lick you, it would literally tear the skin off your arm because they have this really rough texture to clean themselves, much like cats do also. Oh, it's both front and rear, by the way. And this is not magic. This is actually just a front and rear projection technology that's being used by the projector. So I know you get spooked sometimes on stuff like that, okay? Microwave is not out to kill you, so you know that at the end of the day. Don't worry about that. And the roaring sound you hear early in the morning is not a dragon, so stop taking your shovels and all kinds of different gardening utensils and throwing them at the trash truck. Oh, by the way, very important, your vacuum cleaner, it's not a monster that likes to yell and eat at the same time. All right, there you go. I hope I got that all covered up for you. Next week, I'll explain to you what that thing in the sky is called. We got two of them. One's called the moon, one's called the sun, and every once in a while, you may see something come down from outer space, you know what I mean, crashing into something tiny. All right, that's called meteors. Space rocks or moon rocks or river. I call them what but they are. There you go. See, helped them up. So I'm going to come in here and start giving them pointers. I think that's what it is. Now, the reason why I say that at the end of the day, and I know it sounds surprising because I literally had a couple say some of the dumbest things I've heard in my entire life, like vegetable oil cool PCs, or making a statement that no one drops their. I can't believe I'm repeating this. No one drops a PC in vegetable ever doing it way before I was doing it. Yeah. So that way you know all that stuff. See how you got educated? 101. Now you're 10 times. I say 10 times. I gotta teach you some survival. I hope you don't drive. How are you driving? What the freak is up with that? You know what I think? I think your steering wheel looks like one of those Fisher Price steering wheels. You know, with the big old. I'm sorry, they just do dumb stuff. They do real dumb stuff. The emails we get from them, it's just totally top-notch illiteracy. But I think you got one of them steering wheels like Fisher Price on the side, a little horn on it, bang, 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 a little mirror you see yourself in. You know what I mean? The little butterflies and stuff you can spin around and play. Don't do it too much. You have a car accident. Trust me, you will. That's what I think. I think everything you have in your kitchen is all Fisher Price. I think even the oven and appliances are all plastic Fisher Price items that you got in there. You don't cook anything because even the food you're in there cooking ain't real. And you got your own little Fisher Price kitchen. I think that's cute. Got a little kitchen in there for yourself. You know what I mean? Got a picture of fire coming out of the burners. Oh man, mercy! I swear. If I ever decide to do stand-up comedy, I'm using you guys as material. I literally am using you guys as material. I got material for days. I'm really gonna be cracking jokes about you guys all over the place. Oh my goodness! Got a Fisher Price steering wheel, big old red steering wheel with a big old yellow horn in the middle. Somebody hit the head of a cloud's nose. Oh my goodness. I bet you they be on YouTube talking about, yeah, I'm about to take a flight, going to the Virgin Islands and all, and they running up and down the street with those Fisher Price wooden airplanes with some luggage in their hand. I'm gonna go on my airplane trip. Alright, let me leave them alone. But they're funny, they're hilarious. I gotta get this funny. My buddy, I know he'll be crying like, yo, I can picture them running up and down the street with a wooden Fisher Price airplane with some luggage. Oh man. I guess when you come back, TSA would be the German Shepherd. Where'd the dog they got these days? Probably not even allowed to have real tools. I don't think you guys can have real tools, can you? You got them big old. I remember the plastic Fisher Price toys when I was a kid. They were yellow, blue, green, and they're made with that kind of like that, not solid plastic, but like that plastic was molded. It was hollow in the middle. I think you guys got that kind of stuff. You know, pretend under the car, working on your car. Oh, isn't that adorable? That's adorable. Instead of fixing your car with your fake plastic tools. Got the dog holding the flashlight. I gotta say, I bet you $100. I bet you $100. They're in the lawn right now with a Fisher Price bubble mower. Cutting the lawn right now with a Fisher Price bubble mower. Cutting the lawn there. Look at the sound there. Out there cutting the grass with a Fisher Price bubble mower. The more bubbles you get, the more work you do, right? That's how it works. Yeah. I hear you. I hear you. Out there with the bubble mower.
The Office is turning 20. Celebrate 20 years with every single episode on Peacock. Stream The Office and extended Superfan episodes on Peacock.
Oh, heck yeah. I'm a big fan of Office. Oh, man. That's just funny as on the world. I'm sorry, but that's hilarious. I have to have my friends in the day. I mean, look, gentlemen, I don't do the stuff that you do. I don't do the whole, what's the word for it? The puppets and all that stuff and the weird stuff. That's something that you sued. I'm dead, gentlemen. You already know, right? But I just have fun laughing about it because, again, I can go outside and embarrass you right now. I can go embarrass you right now. Go outside and say, look, I can when we dedicate a video for you, embarrass you right now. I can do that right now. You can't do that. Go outside. You can't go outside. Your screen doesn't work correctly. Because it don't work at all, period. Because you got on camera and you lied and told everybody you had this amazing product when technically it was just a lie. Took my energy, didn't you? You took my energy, Catason. 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 Rain. You imagine me at the expo talking to one of the big companies, you want to talk trash? Let's go outside right now. Come on, take it outside. Let's take it, but you know, I don't really want to. What do you mean you want to do? Let's take it outside. Not fighting. Take your screen outside. Let's go out and play. Come on. No, Mr. Brian got time for this. I got things to do. Of course you got things to do. Go over and fill in your booth. Yeah, fill in. It's a lot of work. Just go over there and fill in your booth. Go ahead. I hate that guy at the end of the day. I can't stand him. Like one of the big companies, something like that. I can't stand him at the end of the day. I'll show him one day. I hope you do. Give me a challenge at the end of the day. If I got to do that to motivate you, so be it. I will motivate you. And then you finally do beat my screen, think it's going to bother me? No, I'm rich. What else you got to care? I don't care at the end of the day, but at least I got to motivate you to do something better at the end of the day. Good. And I can go do better things and somebody else can do a better job than me. And that means if he does a better job than me, that means you naysayers ain't going anywhere at the end of the day. You're going to continue to get crushed. There we go. Now we know how to do it. Hey, wait. What's going on there, Taco? I'm so excited. Which one's I going to? This one's actually far enough to see. Source, computer source. Let's see. Look how bright my screen comes over here. Oh, it's the black technology. I can't read that color. I'm putting up color. I can't look at it. All right, that's over there. Let me see. Signal. Signal. All right. Wow. Did I pull it up by accident? Did I put it in the wrong way? Wait, it's just plugged in the whole entire time. I'm gonna see which one. No, I got this one in here. Definitely not a simulation. So where is this coming to? What's this going to? That's the magic question. What the freak? Oh, it's going in here. That's going and it's going. So what's the deal? So that's not too deep. That's my mouse died on me. Let me see. It's a signal issue. What's going on with me? You just went to security. You're stupid. How dumb can you be? We can see you from here. Y'all not smart at all. We can literally see you from here. You know what you just go through when you call that number? You know that thing that's designed, we paid for? Yeah, all your information just popped. Dumb. See you in court. Man, I'm gonna sue so many of y'all. Y'all gonna make me so much money in these lawsuits. Y'all make it so easy. I paid people to monitor all that because we knew you would call in. So, and we pop up at your front door, remember, you messed your life up. Goes through the screening system, security screening system. That's what we pay for. So the minute your number comes up, it gets traced right back. If you use a fake number, it doesn't stop. It can still trace exactly where it came from. Pings your number off those cell phone towers. Pinpoint your location. That's what we pay. We pay the security crew to do that for us. Now anybody else pointer wouldn't care at the end of the day, because they're not doing anything stupid. So by this afternoon, I'm going to know your address and exactly where you're pinpointed at. Stupid. Make my job easy. See, at the end of the day, y'all just don't want your stuff. Y'all don't. You know what? How about we do this? How about we do like Chevy Chase did? You give me all your stuff, we go out back and we kick you in the private area. And you sit there huddled up crying, grabbing your private parts while we just clean out your house. Because literally what happens to you in court. We take your stuff from you, everything. Your wife's stuff, your kids' stuff, everything. You know what they're going to blame for that? You. And worse upon worse, your wife may get a divorce from you. Now you got no woman, you got no money, you got no job, and you could possibly end up in jail. Well, you have somebody else to make you their woman. So if that's the life you want, that's how you want to spend the remainder of your time on your earth, knock yourself out. Your docket, the minute you call and that goes through, your docket that fast. On my PC, it shows some of your information. On the other end, from the security crew, they dig the rest of it up. And they can basically use it against you in court. Because we told them we had a little problem, and they said, go fix it. So whoever made the call, by the time this video is over, I'll call that over there, and they'll give me the information. Well, good luck with all that. Jeez, we are crybabies. I'm going to make money off of y'all. You know, some companies at the end of the day, deliberately put items up that they know have copyright. Now you can do this. They can take an item that's copyrighted, and they'll leave it up there, hoping that people will take it. Because they're going to take it to court and sue you to get the money out of you. They make money that way. You have to be careful about whose stuff you use it in the day. They deliberately do that. Now, do you have to make it public domain? No, you don't have to do that. You really don't have to. Do they have to tell you to remove it? No, they don't have to tell you that either. They can take it to court and sue you right from there. They're not just sending you cease and desist orders. Sometimes they do that to be nice. You get one of those just because they're trying to be nice with you. But also in another way that if you do it, they can use that as more substantial evidence to get even more money out of you because they warned you. But some people put them copyrights up there and there's no information who owns what. And they do it on purpose because if you go in there and touch it, they'll find out and later on they'll send you a letter saying, hey, look, you owe me money. People make money off their copyrights. People make money off their trademarks. They make money off of them. Easy open and shut case. That's it. CCB, no lawyers are involved, so you don't have to pay any lawyer fees. You go there, they show that you used it, you touched it, you only have to touch it one time, that's it. Willfully only means that you touched it multiple times. That carries jail time, and that carries heavier lawsuits. But all you have to do is touch it one time, that's it. And they can get you. They can take your CCB and get you for about $30,000. They take you to civil court, they can get about $50,000 out of it. They take you to federal court, this is where it gets messed up. It can take you about $250,000 out of you or $500,000 to get out of you. And that could carry jail time. It might be a year or two in jail. Because it's federal court. Any court will probably carry that. Small claims court will get you about 10, 12 grand. But they do it deliberately. They get a bunch of copyrights on something, and they basically put their little, whatever it is, and they post them, and they basically, at the end of the day, they don't say you can't find the copyrights or nothing on it whatsoever. You have to do a copyright, go to a copyright search article to find out exactly if they have that. If it's theirs. But some people don't think about that. They just use a clip art or whatever right away, and sometimes they stick that stuff in free clip art. You gotta check all that stuff. They get paid off their own copyrights. They have no intention of using that artwork for anything but to attract people to get your money. So you be careful about stuff you touch. Yep. Gotta be real careful. You know, the world work that they did in the business world. Oh, it does. It works in so many different directions. It's not funny. There are so many ways you can get sued in the business world. It's not even funny. That nonsense right there from copyrights, yeah. I had a buddy tell me he does that. He makes good money too. And you can sue people over and over for copyrights. You can sue you. If I sue Jack, I can sue Jill. I can sue Janet. I can sue them. So I sued 4 people for touching that copyright. And in small claims court, I'm making $40,000 a day. I get you in federal court, and you got a little money on you because it fluctuate on how I know what I can get out of you. If I know you got some money, I'll take it as small claims. Small claims, I get 10, 12 out of you. If I know you got a little money with you, we get some more money out of you and do a background check. That's when I find out how much you're worth and all, and take it to civil court, get 50 grand out of you. Now, I can pay the attorney, but quite frankly, you don't need an attorney for that. I mean, there's this open and shuts right there. Now, if I know you got a business, a big company, and whatever, I'm taking you to federal. If I take you to federal, it means I get 250 grand out of you. 250,000 per fence. Hopefully you used it multiple times if I'm lucky. That's what you deal with when you touch copyrights. Now you can sit there and say, well, I didn't know it was copyrighted. It ain't gonna help. You're still gonna get hit. It don't make a difference. You're still gonna get hit. As long as they got that C up there, they put the C up there. Yeah, some people will basically bypass that. Commercials do it all the time. You ever heard a jingle? You say, wait, that sounds familiar. That sounds like, oops, I did it again. You hear a little couple sound bites of it. You can't do that. You have to change every other note in order to take it, but you can't really actually play the music. And sometimes they'll still music from way back to like, I don't know, the 50s or 60s, figuring that the guy's dead, and none of the family members are going to figure any of it out until somebody sat back one day and going, wait, what was that again? You played it again? Oh my goodness, that's Uncle Mike's music. That's his music right there. Get a lawyer. There you go. They figure no way to figure it out. They take him to court, you get a couple $1 million out of it for him touching it. Can't touch your rights everywhere. Yeah, and big businesses do it all the time. It'd just be better, just pay out the royalties and be done. Just basically just contact and say, hey, look, you get the music laying around, we like it, pay you some royalties out, some money for it. And that's it. They're gonna make their money. You're gonna make their money. That's why you don't take the name Frankenstein and make money off and not pay people for the royalties. Well, that's what he did. He stole. He's got to have him steal from people. What is this? This is Paris. That's definitely Paris. That is definitely Paris. That's Eiffel Tower right there. Beautiful butterfly. Alright people, have fun. I'm gonna upload my videos, have some fun. I'm gonna call that security unit. Chances are we probably figure out where it came from anyway. You know where it came from. We got a bunch of them, but Williams, you got a lot of problems right now. You got a lot of problems coming your way. The people in that funeral home did not like. Matter of fact, I gotta call them back up and touch base on them. Give them the rest of my information, and the manager, one of the managers missed me, give him his information. But do you have any idea what you did? You're gonna get 20 years. That's just from him. We're filing charges against you too. They're gonna stack all that on you. Do you guys, does he understand what he got himself into by messing with that funeral home? You used that guy's address and you set postcards of yourself half naked all through Pennsylvania with his business sitting on top of that. Do you have any idea how a judge is going to treat you in a courtroom? It's going to be bad, dude. You're going to get you're going to get 40. It's a post office mail fraud. It's considered to be post office mail fraud if you use someone's address. Identity theft. Gee whiz, man. Just on his one case as post office mail fraud, number 1. We tie into this because we have to be there too because of the harassment and all the stuff you were doing. So we're going to be there to testify against you. Then my sister's testifying against you also because you contacted them. So you got, let's say minimum. You have post office mail fraud, 20 years. You have identity theft, 7 years. And then you have, using it? Identity theft, again, using someone's address without permission in the United States Postal Service to commit the crime. That is 20 years. You have 47 years. And that's one person. And we got so much evidence on you, it's crazy. Cyber stalking is 20 years. But you got multiple accounts of cyber stalking. You want to see how bad Mr. William has it? So, Mr. Williams, you know what you did? You got everybody paid. We're suing the apartment complex. That building's worth millions and millions of dollars. I got multiple versions of that building. They're worth a lot of money. I'm gonna get paid. My sister's getting paid, and the person who basically used his identity at the day, he's getting paid. You got us rich. This is Mr. Williams' activity. This is some of his stuff. The rest of it is at law enforcement officers. Let me show you how much it is. This is all Mr. Williams. Yep. All this is going before a judge. That's why we're saving it for this for the judge. So the judge is going to see all this. Williams, you know each one of these letters, every one of these was sent to the United States Postal Service, can easily carry a 20-year prison sentence. Each one of these. We can show United States Postal Service that you basically, and your fingerprints on the inside of these too. We can show United States Postal Service you sent that many letters over to our office. Your cyber crimes are through the roof. You would have to die 60 times over, and you still wouldn't even break even what you're about to get. That's just me. This is me right here on the other end. The other fellow, we emailed him over the postcards of you half naked on those cards with his address attached to it right there. And he didn't request his business. He gave us his personal email to send that information over to. When he sees that picture with his address attached to it, oh, he's going to come after you. And he's definitely going to file prison, criminal charges. You're going to be in jail. I think pretty soon before the end of this month, you're going to be in jail. Probably a lot sooner than that. And you know what's going to happen at your building? The managers are going to panic like crazy. Because we told them at the end of the day how much a problem you were, and they ignored it, and then this mess popped up. So now they're reliable for it. So each one of them fired. Each one of them lawsuits. And those lawsuits they're being hit with are going to be in the millions. They don't have that type of money. Good luck on homeless and broke. So in the long run, what you did was you didn't cause any damage to us. You damaged yourself in the process. You're going to jail for the rest of your life. You owe so much money. You didn't have that kind of money, but you're still going to owe it. They're suing the building. Those are massive lawsuits right there, so all of it's going to get paid. When you're sitting in jail, I'll send you a postcard from Disney World. And from Paris and a couple of really nice places I'll be going. That's what I'm going to do for you. Give you a thank you. We're opening this up. Well, probably all be out there. I'm going to get a chance to go out and meet this guy. I'm going to go to Baltimore. We got to meet with him anyway. My turns will be out there too anyway. But anyway, yeah, I'll send you a postcard from Disney World. Because you won't be seeing it ever. Since you like to send postcards out. We'll all be sitting there chilling, relaxing. You'll be sitting in the prison system forever. And he messed his life up big time. He destroyed it. He destroyed it. Well, that ain't my problem now. That's yours. But that's literally how much evidence we get to get to the judge. So they said when we get to court, give the judge that. I already filled out my complaint with the United States Postal Service. I filled it out already. My sister's filling hers out tomorrow, and I'm contacting the other guy, let him know if he has to fill one of those forms out too also. Because you did use the post office to use his address without his permission. Okay, hey, well, enough of that. And that's how weird that guy is. And on top of that, the building's going to be in trouble. On top of that, the fact that they let that guy with that kind of activity in that type of building that caused that kind of trouble in his community, and they allowed him to stay, yeah, somebody about to lose their job. I wish I could be their person just to watch them pack their stuff up and walk out the door. I don't know how things are going to work out for you, but I think the worst problem you have right now, the worst problem you have is those lawsuits are coming your way. Because I explained to the person at the post, at the whatchamacallit, that we contacted him and management did nothing. And he has the name of the manager and his email address. Now, how would you take it if somebody took your business, put it on a postcard, and sent half-naked pictures of himself all over the place. He'd be pretty ticked off with you. You'd be ready to sue somebody, wouldn't you? You would throw somebody in jail. There you go. Oh, by the way, Mr. Williams, he has a full description of what you look like. Your YouTube channel, everything. Everything was sent over to him. Even your email accounts, everything being pinged from the building, the address of the building you're in, even down to your apartment number, your name, address, date of birth, and your how old you are at 51. Also, two docket records. You were locked up once. And I'm going to send him out one of the letters that has your fingerprints on the inside. Told you we'd get you. Well, you got. I never thought at the end I end up getting paid out of this. Oh, I forgot. I got an attorney to contact. Go back with. All right, people. That's it for me. I got to go back. I'm going to upload my videos, have some fun, and I got to reach out to this attorney. Man, I cannot wait to see you guys in court. I don't know which is going to make me more happier, watching Jamie get fried in court or sitting back here and watching you get fried in court. But you're going to pay us, man. You're going to pay us through the nose, man. The landlord neglected his activities. You see how bad? Oh, man. And we had another guy involved in this, too, right now about that whole funeral home nonsense he pulled. Yeah. They should have let y'all get you, let you go. You see that picture I showed you, that jail cell? That's the one you're going to be in for the rest of your life. I'm thinking about basically pushing to get a 302. I think a 302 would be better for you. I mean, you'll be on a lot of medication. You won't know you're at half the time. And yeah, that's where he's going to be at. But a 302 will guarantee you can't leave ever. Well, yeah, he's going to be right. He's going to be here for a long time, but I think a 302 would be much better there. Yeah, get nasty with those people in there. Those are the Michael Myers and the Freddy Kruegers of the world. Go in there and play with those guys at the end of the day. They don't talk much at all, period. They're more about action. But I think that's where you need to go. You need to be in a place where you have a lot of restraints, tons of rules, and a lot of heavy medication. Medication will mess your head up. Make you feel like your head's going to muscle spasms. Muscle spasms will make your neck turn all the way around, like your head's about to twist off and pop. Make your tongue swell up real thick. Some people end up choking on their tongues. Some people can't control the saliva that pulls out. That's why they saliva. The tongue thickens up. The saliva is overwhelming. Make your eyes roll in the back of your head. It's like someone just taking your body and twisting it around in any direction they want, and you have to go with it, even though you can't bend that way. That's what that stuff, the Haldol, Thorazine, all that stuff does. It screws your brain up. Some ways it tells you, I've never seen in any studies I've done, I don't see how it helps people. It keeps them in a more of a zombie state. And if you got people that are really psychotically dangerous, it keeps them in a psychotic state. You know, like Jason. Put that stuff on him. Keep him in a psychotic state. That's how I was able to walk next to those soldiers. Even though he was in shackles, I never stopped him from taking anybody out in shackles. He was Jason at the end of the day. You know what I mean? He's a big guy at the end of the day. But that's what they had him on. That pills keep you in a zombie state. You don't even know where you're at. That's what my buddy was like, how come he's not killing me? So you got him on that freaking drugs over there. He's a walking freaking zombie right now. Who knows what kind of freaking, how much doses? They probably has enough in there to freaking knock out an elephant, knowing that one. That's why he's walking down the hallway. He had him shackled, but that's all he needs. At the end of the day, he's out of there. He's not even there. That's why he stopped taking the pills. You ever watch it? You didn't watch any of that? He's just sitting asylum. That's why he's throwing away the pills. He was acting that way. He's putting on a show. The guy sat there and said he's putting on a show. He's just acting. He's waiting for something. He went for Halloween. He got revenge. He wants to get back at his sister. His last freaking cheater he didn't kill, so he wanted to get her back. Of course, you guys should know this stuff by now. But anyway, yeah. So that's what he was doing. He was taking the pills and everything. He was in that zombie state. But when Halloween started kicking around, he started getting rid of the pills. That's why when he was walking down the hallway, he wasn't taking them anymore. He was actually in reality. That's why he turned around and executed him so fast. Oh, I like freaking Halloween. Oh, enough Halloween. Anyway, people, I gotta go. See that woman's face right there? That's the face I'm gonna have when I see you in court. You guys are gonna get crushed in that courtroom. Man, it's like watch an ant trying to escape a jar with a lid on it. I said, look, I'm having your face. It's like, okay. The minute y'all lose that judgment, I'm gonna look at you just like this. I'm gonna take your money and I'm going traveling with it. Alright, that's basically about it for me. I'm done. I'm gonna post my videos, have my fun, jump to my porn sites, watch the haters get angry and upset. Watch their channels. Watch their channels. They're gonna be screaming and yelling on their channels when the videos post. So watch their channels. Watch them real carefully. We already shook the beehive a little bit. Watch them on their channel when we rant. So don't forget to go back to their channel. Jamie's channel. I think he's using our company's name. You know, go back. He's already feathered and plucked already. Go over there and check out their channels and watch the ranting go on. You gotta watch. It's entertainment. You know, guys, I got your channels posted on other forum sites. We call it Haters Tears. It's called Haters Tears, and it's about basically posting about how haters cry about our work. So we got your stuff posted everywhere, man. And he'll be in there crying, he'll be in there laughing like, man, these guys are freaking got their panties in a bunch. Panties, they got them panties in a bunch. You heard that term? Don't get your panties in a bunch. You guys are really, really upset. We post your activities. It's funny. You know, Rand. While we're outside doing demonstrations and showing ourselves off, you're in there crying on your channel. You got any tissue here? You got any tissue here? Okay, whatever. Keep it up. I'm telling you. You keep on crying like that, your tear ducts are going to dry up. You're going to have to take freaking eye drops. Look. Some of you already got dry eyes because y'all cry so much. You want some of this? I'll get you some dry and ear oil relief, or dry ears for the ears. I'm sorry. It's for the ears, not for the eyes. You got anything? Oh, I got some for the eyes. I got something here. Hold on. I bought this because I get allergies from time to time. I forgot I bought this. I've never used it. Here we go. I got you some Invisalign right there. I got this for your eyes. So anytime that you crying so much that the tears in your eyes, you can't cry anymore because you lost all those tears from crying over my technology, you get yourself some of this. This is going to help you out, okay? All right. All right? All right. Don't say I never hooked you up. Today I taught the naysayer a lot of things. I taught the naysayer that they're a joke and they're laughable. And they are funny. We have good times with them. They're funny. But I also taught you at the end of the day that my product is far more superior than you will ever be. I did. I taught you that, right? I went outside today. Did I not go outside? I did, right? All right. I taught you how to use a light switch. I taught you the left and right from your sneakers. I gave you all... Wait, I forgot. I'm sorry. I forgot one thing, too. I'm going to give you a little piece of advice on this right quick, okay? Yeah, real quick. The outlet that you see over there is not a face smiling at you. It's not surprised. It's not a surprised person at the end of the day. It's an electrical outlet. Never, ever put anything in there, okay? Because it's dangerous. The only thing that belongs in there is a plug, okay? But don't put knives and stuff in there because you will get electrocuted. You understand me? Don't do that, all right? Forks are for eating. Knives are for eating. Spoons are for eating, okay? And another thing, I'm going to give you another thing. I'm giving you another piece of work. Trust me, I'm going to like this one. I like this one. When you're eating cereal, forks don't work. You got to use a spoon. That's why spoon's made that way. The cups of milk to put it to your mouth. You use a fork, you'll never get the milk. You'll get it on your cereal sometimes, you know? And you can't eat cereal with chopsticks, okay? Just let you know, okay? So that way you don't embarrass your wife or your spouse or anyone out there trying to eat cereal with chopsticks. It's quite embarrassing, okay? All right, I'm gonna give you a little tip here. A tip here that's gonna make you rich. I'm gonna tell you a secret. Come on, lean it. Come. Don't tell anybody I gave you the secret, naysayer. Don't tell anybody I gave you something. I'm very upset if you do. I'm gonna tell you the best invention to invest money into right now. Slice bread. Slice bread. You hear me? Slice bread. Slice bread. Don't tell anybody about that secret. Keep it to yourself. Slice bread. You know, it's funny. I'll have fun like this, right? And then I'll go and do a video and blow them out of the water. I should. I'm gonna go outside. I'm gonna have some fun. What's my charge on my witch? I'm gonna go back out. I gotta do a video after this. I gotta back it up. Come on, man. You gotta have fun here. We got to charge. We got 80% on here. What we got on here for the charge? Come on, please tell me. We got a little bit of juice and we got enough. We got enough to play outside for a little bit. I'm going out to do another demonstration. They say I'm about to put this in your face. In your face, and they say, oh wait, we gotta do. We don't know. We gotta do a video in your face and then go outside and do it. I'm gonna do it on this one right here. All right. Oh, you can't touch this. We're gonna do. You can't touch this. We gotta do that. We gotta do that. I'm gonna do. You can't touch it, and part of it's gonna be music saying you can't touch it. Another one gonna be narrating. Come over and tell me that's not gonna be funny. Oh, we gotta do that. And they say we're about to embarrass you again. Again, more embarrassment. How can you stand the embarrassment? And they say, how do you take it? How do you take the embarrassment? All right, we're gonna come back in. The video's gonna be, you can't touch this. Of course it's not. I'm gonna slice it up, make a mashup out of it. So I'm gonna do one here and one out there. Make sure I got my equipment, phone's charging, so we don't need much on that. Make sure everything here. Where's the bag at? Where's my bag at? My bag is weird. Okay, let me see. Ooh, power system is charged. All right, power system is at 80, so that's all we need right there. 80 is all we need. We're good. We got 80, so enough for the power for the charge. I'm gonna make this video dedicated to you, all you haters out there. At the end of the day, that thought Mr. Bird stuff was trashing day. This is just for you and you only. You understand me? I'm dedicating this from the bottom of my heart to the bottom of my shoe to you. This is for you. I'm going to embarrass you. Gonna go outside in the sun, watch you run. This is gonna be embarrassing. Don't you understand? Gonna take it all, gonna take it all. You're not even a man. Oh, you gonna cry all day long. Yes, you will. Boo-hoo, that is you. Do you understand your consequences? And something's only 15% completed. This is what makes it so funny. You haven't even seen the true form of what this stuff looks like. I did. I saw it in the vision. You have no idea what you're dealing with. You're on the channel crying about things you don't even understand. This is stuff that doesn't even show its full potential, what it's designed to do yet. We're nowhere near at full potential at all right now. Should I take his paint outside? Now I'm gonna give you some mercy. I'm gonna take your paint outside and crush it real quick. But we won't do that today. I'm gonna put you against my black paint out there and crush that real quick. Yes, now let me see. What do we need here? We got, okay, business cards belong in my pocket, number one. That's, the phone belongs here, so definitely here, move the phone. Where's the charging cables there? Where's the whatchamacallit? Where's the freaking data cable? Data cable's not here. That's what we're missing, the data cable. Got everything else here. We're missing the data cable. That's on the floor. Oh, data cables on the floor. There we go. Put up in there. All right, data cables. So this is all we need. Power units. Guess you didn't know. Getting ready to fly. I would have been more out in the park, but out there the dirt, the ground is still wet. It's still saturated from the it's saturated from the rain because it rained. So we're definitely still going to be out there. Shoot, everything should be dry right now. We had a nice breeze out there. We're out there, and I feel much better than that. Before I was just drained. I was out of it. That hill and that heat, woo, man, make your head pop off. But yeah, it's really hot. We're going back out to play. But I got to do it for the fun. So we're going to come back in and do a video for the haters, dedicated for you. You can't touch this. Part of it, it's going to have me playing You Can't Touch This. What we're doing right here. And the other half, we're going to do pre-record. It's going to be done me outside. Backing it up again. Requesting, match or better. Come out and play with us. Which you won't do. You won't come out and play with me, will you? Gotta ask permission. Went to your house and said, hey, can Jamie come out to play? He was like, no, he can't come out to play. He's allergic to the sun. Oh, sorry about that. We didn't know. That's why you never had the lights on. You're allergic. Are you a vampire? Are you a vampire? Like, in Saints and Sinners, are you a vampire? Because you're always in the dark. Every time I turn you in the dark. I don't think you got a bed in there. I think you just hang from the ceiling in the closet. I think you do. You a vampire? Hmm. Because he's always in the dark all the time. I think he's a vampire. He's always in the dark, talking like this with candles and something. Yeah, you got your kind of environment kind of looks like a vampire setup. Except you ain't got no candles in there. But if you had a bunch of candles in there, you have to question, you a vampire. That's the case. I gotta call some vampire hunters. We gotta do some investigation. You one of them vampires that can't fly. That's what he is, a vampire that can't fly. Man, that'd be okay. I'm gonna get one alone. I was about to say, boy, I had to catch myself at the end of the day. See, I got control. I can catch myself. I'll say the size of that bat. You don't know where this bat coming. I'm sorry, man. I gotta say it. I'm sorry. It's funny. You don't know whether he's being visited by a bat or a pterodactyl. Which? Oh man, don't get anything out of that, man, because I was fat myself. So again, at the end of the day, I can laugh at myself today. I was fat, overweight, heavy, the whole 9 yards. But the difference between you, Jamie, I lost my weight. I was determined to lose my weight. I worked hard at it and lost it. But you, on the other hand, you had the nerve to be fat shaming me, and you're fat. How you gonna fat shame somebody? You're fat. You ever seen yourself in the mirror? You're fat, dude. You can't sit there and call somebody fat, and you're fat. At least I acknowledge I was fat. I said this on camera. Yeah, I got fat. Prednisone blew me up. And the difference between me and you is that I got fat. I wasn't fat all my life, but I got fat due to the fact that I had lung disease and the medication they had me on made me eat a lot. You're fat because you're just fat. That's all to it. But did you lose the weight? No. You sat there and blamed everybody else, went to this whole Karen call. There you go. On the other hand, I beat the crap out of that nonsense. Was doing 21,000 freaking steps, lifting weights 3 times a day, watching what I eat the whole 9 yards, so later on I can eat what the freak I want. Hey, that's the difference between me and you. You call me fat, I fix it. I call you fat, you cry about it. Get online to my fat shaming. You're fat. There's no fat shaming in that. You are fat. Can't call you thin. What kind of a society we live in anyway? You call somebody who's overweight. You're overweight. That's what you are. You ain't thin. I wasn't thin. I was fat. When you call me fat, did you see me cry on camera? Oh my God, he called me fat. Yeah, I didn't do that. I was fat. What the freak? Freaking snowflake, Barbie doll, whatever you want to call me. Then he's such a little pansy all the time, man. You're a little girl. You are fat. I was fat. Big deal. I got old Karen at the end of the day on me. But man, I swear, I wish you had grew up in my military household. My mom and dad would have smacked the daylight out of you. You would have came. He would have told you were fat. They'd have called you every name in the book. All kinds of names. Fat boy, porky, whatever. He called you all kinds of names. Get down and give me 10. Get down. You can't even give me 10 push-ups. You mean to tell me you can't give me 10 push-ups? Oh, you could shove food in your mouth. But he was ruthless, but he taught you how to survive. And he was taught the same way. Yeah, he sat there. You can't eat. So he smacked it right at him. What the freak you feeding yourself at the end of the day? Yeah, he was not that type of person, man. He didn't cuddle nonsense, all that crap at the end of the day. That man only hugged me one time. I got issues over that? No, it made me a tougher and more stronger person at the end of the day. Learn if I want something, I go out and I get it and I work for it. That's what I do. No excuses, no ifs, ands, no buts. I ain't got time for that nonsense. Get the work done and move on. You see how I work? You see my job? You see my dedication? You see the hard work I put in? You see if I'm fat 1 minute and I drop the weight and get myself back to where I am? Discipline, hard work, and sacrifice. Get it done. You just cry and whine about stuff all day. Pansy. You are a pansy. Do not call yourself a man. You go in your closet right now. You remove all your pants and you get skirts from now on. You're that type of person. Don't cry and whine to him about something like that. You will literally remove all your stuff and get you skirts. When you act like a man, you get your pants back. Not willing to play at the end of the day. You told you to do something, do it right. Don't come back with that nonsense half. You're gonna find out the hard way. You get your behind worn out for it. And if the kids were made the same way today, they wouldn't be what they are now. They'd be much tougher. Because Gen Z think I'm joking about this, and no, we had some jacked up stuff coming up as kids. Your playground versus my playground. You freaking kidding me? You would got murdered in my playground. Easily. Metal slide. I still can't figure out who in their right mind thought that was a good idea to make a metal sliding board. Did you ever think about that as adults? We had metal sliding boards. And then the sliding boards were short. Some of the sliding boards were roughly 10 feet high. You remember climbing that freaking Eiffel Tower of madness? They were high. You fell off that thing, you were breaking something at the end of the day. How you break your arm off a sliding board? You get to pushing and shoving each other, climbing up that thing, and one of them fall. That's a long way down. And there wasn't no freaking astroturf down there waiting for you. It was stones and dirt down there waiting for you. Somebody hit the ground and dirt push up in the air. Yeah, man. I had no astroturf, none of that. I was in there talking to somebody about it. I was in there crying about it. I was going to survive that madness. But a metal sliding board. Didn't they think the heat would hit this thing and it would turn into a cooking device? You ever done the one that's a tunnel? You ever done that one before? I've done the tunnel before. Ain't no way in the world to escape that madness. You roll down there, you rolling all over us. It's like someone taking a metal tube and heating it up and you roll through it. That's what it feels like. You're burned in every direction. Oh man, I just think about the crazy stuff when we were kids at the end of the day. Even the pools were deeper. And they changed the regulation for pools. When I was coming, the pools were deep. We had 20 feet at one part of the end of the pool. We had 20 feet. In 1817, at 20 feet. Yeah, man. Just thinking about the crazy stuff that we went through as kids, man. The monkey bars. Monkey bars are about 6 feet tall. 6 to 7 feet tall. And then sometimes you get up there to remember which one was the rusted bar so you don't end up getting your hands split open, getting tetanus shots at the end of it because nobody wanted needles. And there was no astroturf waiting for you down there. No, but rock, glass, and everything else up there, wherever was down at the end of the day. I didn't think about all the jacked up stuff we had, man. Tetherball. Got my nose broken in tetherball. Guy hit the ball. I felt the wind blow by as a big hit, and it smacked me right in the face, broke my nose. Did I go home? No. I wanted to see the nurse. She reset it, cracked it. Right in place. Put some tissues up my nose, gave me some Tylenol, and went back out and played. When I came home, I told my mom I got into a fight. Just sounded better that way. That's all. Got some credibility off of it. Used it. That's what I did at the end of the day. But now today, yeah, man, you got plastic sliding boards. And then people said, but they're kids. We were kids too. We had metal sliding boards. Yeah, man. Even the swings were jacked up. With the swings, all that stuff. That wheel that you get on, you run with your friends. The reason why you didn't let go, because you can get dragged underneath that thing. And it had these huge wedges of metal that would come out. Man, you think about the end of the day, our playground was made by Saul. Literally, our playground was literally made by Saul. Would you like to play a game? No, I'm good. I'm already in the process of something right now. We literally had, our playground was made by Saul. It was. When you think about it. But we survived it all, right? There we go. And then even if we went to the playground, we went home and did even more crazier stuff like Evil Knievel, because everybody thought they were Evil Knievel. With their they had their BMX bikes. Before the BMX bikes, you had the I can't think of the name of the bike. They had a long seat on the back of it. Huffy bikes. You remember the Huffies back in the day? The ones that had the big high handlebars. Some of them had the banana seat in the back with the tassels on them. And if you had the other Huffy, the Huffy had that round little number plate that sat in the middle of it. Yeah, I remember that. That's before you had the padding on the bar so you wouldn't crush your privates when you fell off the pedal. And that's not even the worst of it all. You ever seen our pedals back in the day? We had jagged teeth on the pedals, which we call the Shin Buster 4000. Yes, if you slipped and your shins caught that, you got this freaking, it's like taking the equivalent of somebody taking a cheese grater and going over your freaking shins with it. Yeah, I remember this. Oh my God. Survived all that crazy stuff, man. Jumping over each other. I remember somebody put this meme up. It was hilarious, but it was true. You know, you get a concussion. Kids, half of his feet are sticking out. 16. Half of his feet are sticking out of the bushes like, you might get a concussion, but you remember one thing, you better be in front of that door when them lights come on. Yep. You wake up all the time. Sitting in the bushes with sneakers hanging out the bush, you're talking about, yeah, you might have a concussion, but you remember to be in front of your door when the lights come on. What do y'all get now? Y'all get cell phone calls, right? That's what y'all get, a cell phone call with your angry mother? We didn't get cell phone calls. We got somebody that came out to see us and beat the crap out of us in front of all our friends. Embarrassed the daylights out of us. That's what we got. That was a cell phone call for us. Don't let me come and get you. And I gotta come get you. You're gonna pay for this. They got the finger all up in your face telling you gonna pay for this. The slower the pause, the worse the behind whipping you was about to get. And I never forget. I was out there playing with my friends, having fun, blah blah blah. You know, cell phone, everybody calling you. When the street lights come on, be in front of that door. They look at that door, they don't see you, and they gotta come get you. They got something doing, you getting your behind whipped. I remember that to my father. My mom wasn't home, she was at church. My father was home, he came home early. I thought he was still at work. Usually you go to work or sometimes you go to the tavern. That's why I thought the tavern involved with the car. That's why he was actually home. And my mom contacted me. She sent my little brother to get me, because your little brother had to come get you. My little brother knew we all you little watering holes where you hang out with little people at the end of the day. And he came and said, Mom says come home now. Now I'm not gonna ignore him, my little brother. I ain't gonna listen to him. You're gonna have me come home because you said so. I'm gonna come home when I wanna come home. Because I'm showing up in front of my friends. Man, about a good half an hour, I seen this caddy come around the corner, because we drove caddies. Came around the corner, I knew it was. And all of a sudden I said, just stop. Ain't nothing more terrifying than hearing a car backing up. Sure enough, you got a car, you can hear the James Brown music playing in the background, the Big Payback, which is kind of ironic. He was playing that music. And he got out there first, he said, boy, weren't you supposed to be home? Oh, I see. You think you're a man. All right. Punch me in the stomach. Not hard, because he could have hurt me pretty bad. He's a big guy, but it hit me hard enough to know at the end of the day for me to know my place. And I got in that car and sat down in the back seat as quiet can be. I didn't cry. I wasn't going to show no tears at the end of the day. I sat in the back of that car, smelling that cologne, smoking cigars. The two comments going to make one throw up. And then hearing James Brown, the Big Payback. That was his music at the end of the day. He liked James Brown. Got in the house, he didn't have to say nothing at all. Nothing at all. I already knew my place already. Wasn't there, apologized to my mom. She punished me. Because, she mad too. And she'll go upstairs, and that's it. Ain't no screaming, no yelling, no talking back, no this, that, blah, blah, blah. None of that. Go upstairs, lay your head down, and shut the freak up. That's the way I grew up. Now kids today, you kidding me? Screaming, yelling at their parents, call the police on their parents. I'll do this, I'll do that, challenging them, getting all up in their face. And it's funny, because now every time I hear the song called The Big Payback, it reminds me of that day when my father punched me in the stomach. Yep. I bet you when them lights came on, I was in front of that door every time. I was in front of the door before the lights came on. None of that call your kids and your kids don't pick up the phone. None of that nonsense. Or they'll be talking to somebody else and you got to get a call waiting. None of that bull crap at the end of the day. Your little brother came to see you, your sister came to see you, go with them. You're not, they come on and get you, beat the daylight out of you. That's what I laugh about when I see the ones they do with the Dominican fathers and stuff. They pull the belt. They got that belt control. What do they do with the I can't say it, but the ones they do with their slippers when they throw them, they don't play around. Those mothers don't play around at all for Jack. They don't play around. They will beat the daylights out of you. Oh man! All right, people. I'm going outside to have some fun. We're charging up on here. That's why I'm killing time right now. We got a charge on here right now. Charge this one right now. Charge earthquake. All right. Let's do a little fun talking in here for the day, Sal. And then we'll go outside and have some fun and play. There's a park area to park. I'm going to record anyway. I got to be up there anyway. I want to record in the park. And hopefully the sun's out, man. Hopefully it's out. All right, let's get back in. We'll be back in a few minutes. I have some fun in a couple minutes. Just stay tuned. Cut out.